Hey people, what's up? What's going on? It's been a while. I know. Like, I really don't even know what to say. Like, I've been off for like 2 to 3 months. I would say basically the beginning of 2021 because although I posted some videos in January, but I didn't go about advertising it and all that. So, yeah, I don't even know where to start from. I don't. Like, I didn't know if it was necessary to even give a live update. So nobody wants to know what's going on in your life. Some people care, some people don't. But I was like, okay, let me just do this. Let me just talk and see how it goes. But yeah, if this is your first time here, you're definitely welcome. If you are a returnee, thank you for always stopping by. I love you guys so much. So yeah, let's just dive right into the video. I really don't want this video to be long, and yeah, I will try as much as possible to make it short. So in case you don't know, I graduated in November 2019. I studied nursing. I came back to Nigeria December 2019, and since I came back, even before I came back, guys, I was losing it. I felt like I was getting into depression already because I was like, I haven't been here for such a long time. Although, like, I came back twice for holiday, but it was maximum 1 month. So I was like, now I'm going to be here for a longer period. What's gonna happen? And to be honest, I didn't really come back with a plan because initially I was like, I just want to get done with school. That was my number one priority. You get so I wasn't the whole business thing was like a plan B, or just it was just a second plan. So I was like, I was more on, just doing my thing and graduating and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, let me just do this. There's nothing else I could have been doing back in the Philippines. In as much as I wanted to stay back, and then I also wanted to leave because things were just, I don't know, I was just losing it. And then I came back January. I thought of just serving first because I wasn't sure I wanted to take the licensing exam, since that was the main thing that brought me back to Nigeria. I wasn't sure. And then getting to Ministry of Education, they were like, you can't do your service first, you have to do this, go through this process. I was like, okay, all right. And then I was like, fine, no problem. I started processing and all that. Coronavirus happened, it slowed everything down because if I had come earlier than December, I would have started in January, and then probably June or July, August 2020, I would have gotten my license. By now, if things had gone fine, I would have started doing my internship because that's the process. But yeah, Corona happened, and instead of me starting in June or July and writing my exam in November, I ended up starting in January. And before that, like, I came back with the idea rather of starting a business. Okay, although should I say, the money really wasn't there, but it was something I thought would come. But yeah, it didn't. But that was just the plan. And then like I was really losing it because staying home, I was like, it's not something I'm used to anymore. How can I stay home doing nothing? Because I'm an overthinker. Once I'm in a particular position, I'm overthinking. Once I'm not doing anything, I'm thinking. If things is not going my way, I am thinking, I am worried, and this and that. Like, I become moody. I affect everyone around me. So I was like, you know what? let me just do this. I even like I really wanted to leave. I started like preparing to take my IELTS exam. I took my IELTS. I took classes for it. Took my IELTS in April, and guys, that was that was just it. I started trying to like apply to get my masters because I felt that was the fastest way to live here. But most of the places I saw, you see that I get license or have an experience and all that stuff, and I didn't have both of them. I didn't. So it was either I was leaving that, I was going to wait to do that, or do something outside nursing. And to be honest, I wasn't ready for that to just completely just change when I knew that okay, I could just go through the process. And then I was like, okay, fine, you know what? I'll just do this. When I tell my friends, they'll be like, just do it, you know, very soon. Before you know it, 1 year would go by, and I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll just do this. And then prior to that, I even thought of, you know, getting a temporary job just to keep myself busy. But I mean, one of the places I applied to was like I should come like to volunteer, and I was like, I don't think I can do that because the conditions they gave me were just too much for someone who wanted to volunteer. I'll be having night duty, Monday to Sunday, you know, 3 shifts, morning, afternoon, night, like without any pay. Really? I was like, nah, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. And then I just crashed that. And then I was like, let me just chill for a while, because that was like 2 months till I would get my posting letter. So I didn't want to even start a job, and then I had to leave. So I got posted in December to just because when you're applying, you have 3 options. So I picked Jos as my first option, Kano as my second, and Zaria as my third, because I really didn't want to stay in Kaduna. I needed a change of environment. And I was like, okay. And in as much as I needed a change of environment, I also didn't want to go far. I was like, yeah, okay. Hopefully I get Jos. And then I was called to come to the office at Abuja to get my posting letter, and then it turned out to be Jos. I was so excited. So excited, to be honest, because I really wanted to just live here and also start my program and just move forward, you know, get something doing. So the program is basically 4 months, although they would say it's 6 months because it's just half a year, but it's actually 4 months. So although it was not so intense, I'm not saying that statement is actually subjective, because some places are actually intense depending on how they teach. But back in Jos, it was more like 70% effort, so it makes you really difficult. And you know, Nigerian academical system, I would say, is much different. You know, people would say, oh, if you can pass a Nigerian licensing exam, you can pass any other body exam. And it's actually true, because for example, here anatomy is like they will ask you to draw, label, describe, write the pathophysiology, disease condition related to the blah blah blah, do this and do that. But back in the Philippines, you just, you know, it's basically multiple choice or objective. So I mean, if you study well, once you see the options, you know what to do. But at the same time, in Nigeria, it's either you don't know or you know. So it just depends on how you see it. So that was just it. And then I finished my exam in, it's almost a month. The exam was just for 3 days, May 6th to May 8th. So that was just it. And right now we are awaiting the results, and hopefully it would end in praise. Hopefully it would come out positive. So yeah, that's just it. Even prior to writing my exam, I was still job hunting back in Jos. Even when I came back, I was still like applying. I know as a nurse who is not licensed, you can either get a job as a home care nurse, which is taking care of people in their home, or a private hospital. And it's not all private hospitals will still accept you. So yeah, I still wasn't able to get. I got in a home care, but I wasn't able to go due to some circumstances. But yeah, it's really frustrating staying in Nigeria, no job, and no money is really hard. So if you know anybody in Nigeria, please send them money. Ask for their account number, okay? And send them money. And guys, it's, I don't know, all of this, like, I was losing it. I was losing it. No joke. No joke. So yeah, that was basically it. And another thing again, I just need to know, please, what is with Nigerian parents and marriage? Because since I came back, I've not heard a word of it. Like, I don't know. Like, my mom is the least person I expected to talk to me about marriage, because growing up, the way I was brought up, I thought maybe she would start talking to me about those stuffs when I'm getting to my late 20s or even 30. But guys, I've had enough. About a week ago, we're going somewhere and we're just chatting. We were talking about this whole job thing, and then I was like, when I start working, I would like to be driving to work and all that. She was like, as a young girl, it's not really nice to be driving to work. It's good to take public transport sometimes because. And then, as soon as she even stopped, the call just came in, and I was like, yes, because I knew where that statement was heading. So, as a young girl, it's not so good to take public transport. Sometimes, it's not so good to drive. Sometimes take public transport so that people can see you. Of course, I want to get married, but I feel like there are certain things I want to do before I get there. Like, I don't know about you, but that's me. If I could get married now, a year ago, 2 years ago, I would have. But of course, I want to have a proper job. I want to have a business, stuff like that, But and things that Nigerian parents are not so supportive when it comes to starting a business. I can remember talking about it to her sometime last year, and the response I got wasn't that encouraging. And I was like, you know what? I'm not talking about this to you anymore. I'm just going to figure out a way for myself. And yeah, that has just been it, guys. Like, even when I was in Jos, there are times that even though I was free, like, I just didn't want that inconsistency. Like, and most times I had to study, so I was like, you know what, let me just put this aside for now and just focus on this, because I don't want to be able to post today and next month I couldn't and all that. And at that point, my exam was my number one priority, so I just had to get that done. So I was like, yeah, let me just leave this for now. And that was it. Anyways, guys, like I said, nothing much has been going on, but this is just the little that's happened with me. This is why I've been off and all that, but hopefully I would be posting more consistently. Okay, so yeah, I know I keep saying this in my last vlog, but I'll do my best. That's all I can say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment, okay? If you want me to talk about my how I got to apply for my adaptation program, that's what it's called. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this, but when you study in the Philippines, since you can't get a license here, you have to come back and go back to school for did I just say that, for 6 months before taking the exam, just to adapt you to the Nigerian educational system. So that's basically it. Not to make this video so long, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.